What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100% Chelsea. And yes, as you can see, we are using the microphone. We discovered what the issue is. It's actually my camera. So that's getting fixed. So we might be on phone duty again on Saturday, but if not, we should be back on mics. So it'd be good to get back here. But as you can see, I'm joined by a West Ham fan. It's Dan from West Ham Fan TV. How you doing? It's good to see you.
Yeah, good mate. Good to see you too. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time I saw you, you hit me around the head with a chair.
Yeah. Be sure to check that out, by the way. You can see that on my Twitter at The Lawless. Get a little plug, but I'm going to retweet that. You guys can watch it. If you any Louis fans out there, see him get it with a chair.
I know there's a lot of people that would really love to see me hit around the head with a chair. But yeah, I mean, let's talk about the season so far. I mean, obviously we're outside London Stadium. There was all the stuff that happened last season. It's kind of brushed over again into this season. There's all the stuff about all the lies and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, I know that you guys have spoken with Karen Brady, so obviously, you know, if people want to see stuff like that, there's a massive video on it on West Ham Fan TV, so I'll leave a link to that down in the description. But so far this season, obviously, we'll just talk about form and stuff before we even get into the game.
Yeah.
We've had what many people considered a shaky start, but I use that very loosely. And we've kind of now obviously stabilised, but you guys obviously, this isn't what you hoped for moving into the London Stadium, was it?
No, definitely. You know, I mean, there was talk, all this talk about, oh yeah, Champions League and this now. No West Ham fan truly. I mean, we thought maybe years and years down the line, but we thought we would build on what we had done, you know, at the previous stadium. We never thought we'd be battling relegation 2 seasons running. Moving into this stadium, because what's the point of moving here? Do you know what I mean? Like, and people, because we get a lot of West Ham fans go, oh, we've always been, you know, shit. Can I say that on this channel?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, we've always been shit. And it's like, yeah, we could have still been shit at Upton Park, and we've moved here to, you know, try and aim for them Europa places, and that's the problem. And there's a lot of basically mistakes and things like that. I mean, first season you can discount and go, do you know what, we've got to get used to the stadium. You know, you guys might find out when you get into your stadium, you've got to get used to the new stadium, this, that and the other. Second season, now we're moving, and this is worse than last season. This is really worrying in terms of getting relegated, so it's not good at all.
But yeah, with the stadium and everything, obviously, like you were saying, you've been battling relegation 2 seasons running. It's not something that any of you expected, but obviously this season, and when you came in, there was the security, I guess, of Slaven Bilic. Now, obviously, you know, you guys loved him a lot. He was great for you, but obviously something happened this year. I mean, he was the perfect candidate when he arrived. You know, the Croatia job, he was been really successful with the national team, and maybe like almost recreated that again. And obviously he knew the West Ham way and all that kind of stuff. But then this season, it kind of went pear-shaped, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a tricky thing with Slaven Bilic. I mean, he's gone, and we've still had loads of problems. For me, he needed to go, but it's a really interesting situation, because Slaven Bilic, when we had that last season that we did really well, the farewell bowling season, as it's called, right? We was performing really well, but was picking up some injuries. Slaven Bilic, as was told, you need to ease up on the training. The training's too difficult because we're getting all these injuries. As soon as he done that, we were never the same again. And then, since we've moved to the stadium, there's been all this stuff about people turning up to training whatever time they want. Now we've had fitness issues, stuff like that. So as much as Slaven Bilic is to blame for allowing that to happen and not sticking up for it, it was originally the board who were the ones who told him to ease up on the training. So yeah, there's some of those issues. He had a bit of a stubbornness, but I don't think he's as bad a manager as what this season and maybe last season has showed. I mean, we had a bad start last season, but still managed to get 11th. But yeah, so I think it was harsh, and obviously we've still been poor once he's gone. But
how do you feel about David Moyes? Because I know he's I'll be honest. So obviously I have a bit of a soft spot for Everton. So I've got a family, part of my family's Evertonians. And when he was at Everton, I always rated him. You know, got the Man United job. I thought that was a bit harsh. Sociedad was a bit like it's a foreign team. Then obviously Sunderland, he didn't really have an excuse, but the appointment was definitely something that sparked a lot of talk. How do you feel about David Moyes?
I mean, when it was announced, at first I was fuming, obviously. It's like we didn't move to this stadium to get a manager who just got relegated, right? That was my first reaction. Then when I'm hearing about, okay, look, it's going to be a contract that can be renewed at the end, well, it's like a short-term fix. Yeah. If he gets us maybe like top 6 or 7 or top 8, they might keep him on. But I think they're looking at it short term and trying to get a better manager. Then I'm comfortable about it. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to give him a chance. I'll give him a chance for the season because, you know, who knows? So and just get behind the team, and because he might pull it out. And the jury's still out on Moyes at the moment. Obviously, we haven't won a game yet. We've seen, I mean, the Everton performance was an absolute disgrace. The Everton game, that was just shambles. Leicester, where we drew. You know, the atmosphere was good in the stadium. We drew that game, but we saw a good performance second half. Then Man City, we saw a good performance. So we need to start seeing a bit of consistency and actually pick up some points and win some games. So before we can really judge him.
Yeah, because I thought you guys performed really well in that set game. But we've touched on stadium, we touched on Moyes. Now we get down to the real stuff, the business end right now. Saturday, 12:30, West Ham versus Chelsea. Big fixture, obviously, for everybody involved. How are you feeling?
It's so weird, you know, after a game, right, or ahead of time, I'm thinking, oh, no, you know, I'm feeling negative, I'm feeling we're going to lose. So the closer to the game I get, the better I feel, the more up for it and I'm more confident. And I feel it's maybe a good time to play Chelsea. Not that you're doing really bad, but there's the odd game where you can get caught at it. Yeah, the odd game where...
We've been undefeated since, well, how many? I think it's like a 7-game run we haven't lost.
Yeah, but you've picked up some draws against some questionable teams.
Liverpool? That's questionable, is it?
Yeah. What was there? Was
Keep digging yourself a hole. Go on.
No, there was a couple of... You had the Palace loss.
That was the last time we lost, I think.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
That was like nearly a month and a half ago.
Yeah, so...
We lost to Roma since in the league, in the Champions League, but...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've picked up... Obviously, you drew yesterday.
Against Atletico
Madrid.
Madrid.
I'm putting us on that level, but the thing is, I feel better about facing you guys than City. Obviously, they've undefeated in the league.
How could you say such a horrible thing? Oh my God, I'm so offended. City, we're so much better than City right now. Oh my God, no, I agree. Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if look, I'm just trying to get some positivity in my mind.
I'm just helping you dig your hole.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I'll come on this channel. I expect, you know, some common courtesy, and this is what
That'll be nice. Common courtesy now.
Right. No, but what I'm saying to you is, there is a chance. It's not the Chelsea of last season, like when you had like Costa and things like that, you know. But obviously, it's still a great team. Conte is a really good manager compared to Moyes. So there's a chance you could batter us. But when you was on that great run, obviously we had the cup run. You could say you didn't have a lot of great players out, but there was a few.
You really bringing up the FL Cup right now.
Look, I need something, man. Come on, just give me something. Like, this has been a horrible season for us. And what I'm hoping is the players are up for it. That's all I'm hoping. And there is a chance. This is the Premier League. Anything can happen in the Premier League at the end of the day. And that's what I'm holding on to. And the atmosphere against Leicester showed us that this stadium can give you a great atmosphere no matter who you're playing. Like I said, when we played you guys, and not to keep going back to that, but you got me. Was you at the cup game last season? I know you was at the league game.
I was at the league game. Sammy was here at the cup game. I was ill that day.
The cup game was a great atmosphere that night. It was the first game where we could really heard it was a good atmosphere. Then we thought, obviously, it's a derby. Then when we faced Leicester, we thought, this shows it doesn't matter who the team is. If the fans really get up for it, we can really... And that lifted the players. And that's what I'm saying. Hopefully, we can affect the team and the players will be up for it. And the Man City performance could have given us some belief. And I mean, I know, all right, we'll get some predictions. But that's what I'm saying. So before I get ripped in your comments, yeah, I'm not saying that Chelsea are not a great team and have not odds-on favourites to smash us, because you are. But I'm saying there's always that chance. And that's what I'm holding on to, is there's going to be that chance that we can turn up and surprise you.
Well, I think you've shown you can do it already this season. I mean, Tottenham, prime example of that. I mean, I know that's your cup final because you guys hate Spurs more than anybody else.
Can I say something, right? I want to say something about this cup final, right? As much as they go on, it's your cup final, it's your cup final. They go on about it so much, right? When they win, they don't stop talking about it. When we lose against a team that's nothing to do with them at all, they want to rub it in our face and they say it's our cup.
Okay, right. I won't call it. It was a big game for you. It's a derby.
Oh yeah, but this is the thing. When you guys face Chelsea, Tottenham, right?
Yeah, we face Chelsea.
Yeah, you face yourselves all the time. No, when you face Tottenham, right?
Yeah.
You guys love to smash Tottenham. You hate to lose to Tottenham.
Hate Tottenham. Hate 'em.
You hate them, yeah. So it's always a big. You wanna beat your rivals, the teams that you hate. They hate us, right? And as much as they try and downplay it, like, oh, we're not bothered, they do it. They show it all the time, and they love beating us, and they hate it when we beat them. I've seen it, and it's the same. Like, I mean, there is a quite a bit with Chelsea, not the same as Tottenham. But we love beating Chelsea, and Chelsea probably, love beating us, and that's how it is. But that's what football's all about. I love that. You've got to have that. That's what makes it exciting. That makes it interesting, and it raises the stakes.
I mean, always. Well, tribalism's like there's varying levels. But I go like right now, for me, this is perfect. We're having a laugh. We're enjoying ourselves. Talk about the football, and that's it for me. It's when it gets ridiculously tribal that I had enough. But yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, this game it's for me. I love playing West Ham. I love playing West Ham. I love playing Spurs, Arsenal. And then you obviously got the top four and all that. They're my favourite games. But this one up here is definitely one of my favourites. But one thing you were saying about the fans being up for it. Last season, when we played you, I know you're saying it's different with the run of that. Do you reckon you guys would be up for it? Because I'll be honest, even for us as well, when we were singing, and our away fans are fantastic, you can't hear anything in there. I mean, is it down to the stadium, or is it a case of, whether you guys are up for it, you can hear it?
No, I mean, like I said, back to the Leicester game. The atmosphere was incredible, and it was so loud. Even Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville said it. Like, it was the best atmosphere they've heard there, like since they've been commentating there. And I mean, like Marko Arnautovic was saying on the pitch, he couldn't hear what a player was saying to him, not that about 5 feet in front of him, because it was that loud. So it's just the whole stadium has to be up for it. When you was there, you have like pockets. They've moved a lot of people have moved around now, so they've tried to have all the people that sing together, and it's not these little pockets all over the places, and that's what they've done. So with the ticket exchange stuff and things like that, that's really helped. So you have all the little families in one place and sing as much as you can anyway. Like where I am, it's quite good.
So is it something that clubs could learn from? So obviously we're going to be moving to Wembley for a few seasons. Do you think for Tottenham, for Chelsea, for any club that's moving ground, do you think this is an experience that they should learn from?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, first of all, I mean, obviously, you're going to have a proper football ground. Let's not beat around the bush. This ain't a proper football ground.
Yeah.
Right? But what you need to do is look at the geography of the fans and keep those fans, the hardcore fans, together. As many of the fans that sing, have a family section, have a singing section, and stuff like that. That's the biggest thing, and that's how you can really affect the atmosphere. So that's what I mean. Roman's probably not watching this, but if he is, that's how you do it.
Well,
mate.
Michy Batshuayi watches it. He came over for a fan. He watched our fan cams the other day.
Yeah,
we had Bubba Rowan as well.
I saw this on Twitter. I need to see the video.
Oh, it was mad. I think Jack, you've got that on Michy. You got Michy on your phone, didn't you, or on camera?
I think I've got it on your camera.
Oh, so it was on my camera apparently. I haven't seen that footage. I'll have to have a look for that. But
That guy, he loves social media, doesn't he?
he does. Him and Benjamin Mendy. But I mean, yeah. So the stadium and everything, I completely agree with you. I think it's something that we could learn from, and it's a really good point to raise. But let's get into the nitty gritty now. Yeah. We've got 2 more things to talk about. We've got lineups, and we've got ourselves predictions. Now, I'm not going to do a prediction. I never do, because I'm one of those guys that knows this is going on the internet, and I'm not going to say we're guaranteed to win or anything like that, because that's just plain stupid, and you will get pulled up on it. But
that's the fun of it, isn't it? That's the fun of it.
Yes,
yeah, putting it out there.
I'm a bit conservative when it comes to that, because I don't want to make mistakes that other people have made in the past.
I tell you, our preview gets more views after the game than it does before the game, where people come back and go, you was wrong. You said you'd win and you lost. Like, people love it. That's part of it. So, but it gives us the views.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I mean, as a YouTuber, you do need the money and the ad revenue. So if you guys could watch this afterwards as well, that'd be great.
That's it. Put your prediction in, and they'll come and rub it in your face if we do beat you. And if we do beat you somehow, people will do that. Trust me.
Either way, if we lose, people will come back and watch this.
Oh yeah, I will.
I mean, let's get into it. Lineups.
Yeah.
Who's your danger man?
Obviously we've got Hernandez out. I mean, our biggest danger man at the moment, to me, is Diafra Sakho, who hasn't been playing. But when he's on that pitch, he runs tirelessly. He's our best all-round striker.
He doesn't want to play for you though, does he?
Well, the problem is he wants to play football, right? And where he hasn't been given much of a chance to play football, it's such a big topic, and there's so many people on different sides of the fence about Sakho. A lot of people hate him. Some people want to give him a chance, but he just wants to, because he hasn't been playing football, that's why he wants to leave. Nothing to do with the club, and he really hated Bilic. But yeah, like he's someone who, for me, has to play. You've got Andre Ayew as well, but if he's playing in the right place, he's one of our top goal scorers this season.
He's not going to pull his hamstrings again, is he?
Listen,
10 minutes in.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, that was you guys, wasn't it? Record signing, like 10 minutes into the first game, unbelievable. Only West Ham, honestly. Yeah, so, but those two, like Andre Ayew, obviously is our top goal scorer at the moment. So he's it. I mean, I'm not sure what fitness Antonio's in, but he can always pull out a goal. So
He always scares me when I play him.
yeah, and Lanzini loves a derby, so Lanzini can always pull out a goal. So I think they're probably the best chances to score.
So the players you've said, there's a striker, 2 wingers, and a number 10. So well, if I can count, that's 4, not 3.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at it that way, so do you play a 4-2-3-1? Because I know that's one of Moyes' favourites.
Yeah, he has been going mainly with the one up top. I mean, we've sort of played a 5 at the back as well. So I think at the moment he's still trying to find what his best team is and his best lineup is. So I'm not a big fan of this one up front at the moment. It's just what he seems to like. And you know, he had Ayew up front on his own, and he's just isolated, and he needs someone to play off so he can get those tap-ins and things like that.
Is Andy Carroll going to be fit? Because he scares me.
I don't think he's going to be fit, mate. He's had his Christmas break, and I'm telling you, he has scored a few goals against you guys. To me, attacking wise, he has not offered any goal threat whatsoever for us. Like, even games where defensively he's done a good, like he gets back, he'll defend a corner, but he hasn't looked like scoring at all in any game this season, and hasn't scored for us. So he's someone who, if he was fit, I wouldn't want him to start. Personally, like I said, I would really like to see Sakho get signed. Maybe Sakho and Ayew, because we've got to go for it. Like, to me.
So, give me your lineup.
The thing is, that's a tough one. For goalkeeper wise, Adrian has to start.
No Joe Hart.
The reason why is Adrian, right, had an amazing game against City. He had an absolutely amazing game. Pulled off some brilliant saves, even though we lost that. And you have to reward him and let him keep his place for that. You just have to, off the back of that. Where now a lot of the goals have been leaking, you can't really put down to Joe Hart, but we have been leaking those goals. So when Adrian comes in, it's not fair to drop him after having such a great performance. Then I suppose you'll have, this is all off the top of my head, Creswell obviously on the left. Masuaku, that's another player who I think is, we lack pace, and that's sort of one little bit of pace is Masuaku, who's been playing left wing, who's actually a left back. Then obviously Zabaleta on the right.
Great player.
Yeah, I love Zabaleta. He puts his heart and soul into the game. Declan Rice as well. I think we'll go. Yeah, because we've had Winston Reid. I'm not sure. I think he started back in training, but I don't think he's fully fit.
So Winston. Okay, so obviously I'll be wondering where Winston Reid was.
Yeah.
So he's not fully fit. So it'll be Declan Rice is a youngster, isn't he? What's he like?
Yeah, you know what? He's really good. He's barely put a foot wrong. He's had a few little spells that have, you make the odd mistake, but you've got to allow for that as a youngster because you've got to have have the space to grow. But yeah, he is really good for his age, and that's someone who we've wanted to see more of. So I think he'll be in there with Ogbonna, who obviously scored the goal against City. And then I suppose it's on the right. I think maybe Arnautovic might start, and then we'll probably have Obiang and Kiarte in there. Oh no, wait, Kiarte, didn't he come up injured? This is the thing, you put me on the spot, and I haven't got any of our injury news.
No, but, I mean, that's fine. But I mean, so from what you're saying, the way that Moyes is going to be playing, if he does do it, if we'll go off with Kiarte is fit. If he's not, we'll probably have Mark Noble or someone else, or Lanzini, I guess, might be in there. If you got to say.
Lanzini will be for sometimes he'll be in that more attacking role. Sometimes he ends up on the wing, but that's the problem is he gets sort of puts him on either on the wing or we like to see him in that more central role. And then whether he might stick with Ayew. For something with Sakho, there's some reason he's not starting, and because when he comes on, he makes such a difference.
We tried to force a move through in the summer, didn't he?
Yeah. He actually went and had his own medical because he just got to that point. He hated Bilic. He hated him.
I would have just let him go at that point on the free.
Well, that's what he was like. But in hindsight, I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad because we are short. Like I said, Hernandez is injured, which is a massive loss. So
Really shocked when you signed him.
yeah, I mean, we were. I wanted him 2 seasons ago, but you know, he was played on the wing a lot, or he would be played as a striker, but it end up being migrating out on the wing, and you need him in the box. He has to be in the box. So yeah, so it's really tough to know. Like I said, there's been a lot of chopping and changing. Like I said, I don't know the exact fitness news in front of me. We have Scott who does our previews and he goes through that, and he's going to do the starting 11 show. So yeah, so it's tough to know what's going to happen on the day. Like we've had a few surprises, and I know a few players are back in training, but it's whether they're going to be ready and what conditions Antonio's in, because I know he didn't look in the best of ways towards the end of the City game. So. He started feeling his hamstring, so...
Yeah, he's always had a bit of dodgy hamstring, hasn't he?
Yeah,
So. But let's go for it. Last bit. The bit where you're saying people will come back. Give me your score prediction.
Do you know what? I'm going to say 2-2. I'm going to say 2-2.
Do you know what? I'd say... I know people are going to say... people say we are very negative, and I mean, I'm not being negative. I mean, obviously, we'd be expected to win, and I'd expect to win, but if you guys are playing... maybe like you did against City, or you're playing well, you can come out 2-2. I mean, high scoring game. Yeah, all right. I'll pay my money for that. Don't mind. That sounds good to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know what your aspirations are in terms of, at the moment, do you think the league's gone, or?
We'll find that out in the preview that's going to be on West Ham Fan TV,
Yeah,
won't
that's
we?
it. We'll go into more of that. So, but yeah, I'd say 2-2. I reckon it'll be a situation of maybe we'll have a nice little bit where we go 2-1 up, and you bastards will nick it in the last bit and go 2-2. Yeah.
Well, fair enough. Well, that's Dan's predictions from West Ham Fan TV. If you want to see more West Ham content and some fantastic videos, fan cams and all, make sure you head over to West Ham Fan TV for more content like that. Also, we're going to be doing a preview over there as well, so make sure you head over to West Ham Fan TV to see Dan grill me as much as I've grilled him. I know this is a pretty long video now. But anyway, guys, make sure you subscribe to 100% Chelsea. All social media links down in the description for Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter and Instagram. Also, make sure you follow all of the other relative socials as well regarding me, Lawrence, Jack, Lewis. We're all going to be down there as well. Obviously, make sure you follow Dan to see me get here on there with a chair, because I know some of you are going to want to see that. Mate, that's what is it? It's at the Lawless, isn't it?
At the THE Lawless, yeah.
Well, there you go. Guys, take care, and thanks, Dan, and we'll see you very soon.